What's going on, everyone? John here from The Real Talk, back again with another review, and that is for Glass, the third installment in the Unbreakable trilogy, obviously directed by M. Night Shyamalan, starring James McAvoy, Bruce Willis, and Samuel Jackson. So without going any further, guys, I will say that there's going to be no spoilers in this review, so you guys are free to view it and then go next week in without knowing, everything. So before I get started with the actual review, I just kind of want to quickly go over, what this movie, like, it's not meant for me, but I was anticipating this movie a lot. It was in my top 10 most anticipated movies of this year. If you guys haven't seen that video, link to that is going to be in the description below. And, it's just because I love Unbreakable, and then Split, obviously, it came out. It's a great movie on its own. I always said if you take away that ending, obviously connecting it to Unbreakable, I think it's still a great movie. Because of James McAvoy's performance, and we're going to talk about him a little bit later. But so I was highly anticipating this movie because I was like, you know what, how are they going to bring it together, all these characters, all this universe, all this story together? And when we saw the trailer, I was hyped. I wasn't completely like, oh my god, I need to see this now, but I was okay, I can wait for it. Like, let's see what M. Night has in store for us. Let's see if he can cap it off, cap off the trilogy. So I saw this movie a few days ago, and it stayed in my mind a little bit. I kind of, let it marinate, thinking about it and stuff like that. To be perfectly honest, I want to watch this movie again. I really do. Because starting off with the review, one thing, and sort of, I guess you can say this is a negative, at least in my opinion, I feel like the ending didn't quite land for me, and you'll see this throughout a lot of people's reviews. And I'm actually surprised that the Rotten Tomato score right now is so low, because I would not put it that low, even though the ending didn't land with me, and I didn't really like it and how I ended it up. But I wouldn't give it that low of a Rotten Tomato score. So, well, I will say this: that's my only problem with the movie, and my only negative, the ending. But please do not let that, stop you from checking out the movie. I highly recommend it. Like I said, I'm going to buy tickets as soon as possible to see it opening night. I need to watch this movie again. And if you guys love the Unbreakable film and Split, you guys are going to love this movie. I promise you guys, go watch it. You guys are going to love it. I really liked it. I enjoyed it. Now let's get to stuff that I did like. The first part. The first act and the second act, if you will, I loved it. It starts off really strong, and I was like, you know what? This movie is already great. This is amazing. And then the kind of mid part, after the beginning, sort of like 15-20 minutes, it gets really interesting. You guys seen this in the trailer, so it's not spoiling anything. So you get these three characters in this hospital, or whatever. And then Sarah Paulson's character comes along, and she tries to, I guess, convince them, that they're not superheroes. And then you start thinking and realizing some things, like, maybe is she right? So obviously that's in the trailer. So I didn't think that would be as compelling as it was. That was fantastic, and that's the part of the movie that I really love. Again, because you do have these characters from Unbreakable and Split all coming back and meeting, and when they have some interactions, is some of the best parts of the film. And performance-wise, again, like I said, James McAvoy, he outdoes himself for what he did in Split. For me, I love the film Split. Like I said, if you take away the ending, I think it's still a great movie. But what kept coming back for more was James McAvoy's performance. I was like, you know what? This guy did phenomenal. And in this one, he outdoes himself. I'm like, Jesus Lord, please give this guy some sort of award. And I'm pretty sure later on in his career, he'll be recognized for his acting. But, I mean, this performance was out of this world. I loved it. And that's one of the big reasons why I love the movie. It's kind of, a lot of people have been saying this is like Unbreakable 2 or Split 2. Like, they've all been saying, oh, this is like Unbreakable 2, blah, 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 or Split 2, like a continuation. I honestly think, and it feels like a mixture of both. But I would kind of lean a little bit more to being kind of a direct sequel to Split. But anyways, again, James McAvoy knocked it out of the park. Bruce Willis is actually really good in this. He obviously can't do much with that character of David Dunn, but I thought what he did do in what he, was able to do with the material he has, because David Dunn's kind of a, chill character, so he can't, do a lot of dramatic stuff, but what he was able to do with this was great. I was like, you know what? Where has this Bruce Willis been? And Samuel Jackson, I feel like he's just been waiting and sinking his teeth into this role, so he's great. He's been waiting to play this character for Glass again, and you can tell in his performance. And another person I really enjoyed her performance is Sarah Paulson. One of my good buddies I went to go see the film with, he didn't really, buy into too much for her performance, but I did. I was like, you know what? I love her. Everything she's been in the big screen, and obviously in American Horror Story. I think she's transitioning well to being an actress for the big screen. Some other things I like, the cinematography was beautiful. I love that each character has their own color, and if you really pay attention, you notice that color in certain things and certain letterings here and there in different shots. And I'm like, you know what? That is great. M. Night is a master at that. And so cinematography wise, and there's a lot of incredible shots, a lot of little nods to Split and Unforgettable, to the way he would use the camera in those films as well. So that's pretty cool to see this coming back. And also the score. I have it right here because I wanted to mention him. Wes Dylan Thorson. I'm sorry if I'm butchering your name, but he did a fantastic job. He did Split as well, the score, and I thought he did a fantastic job for Glass as well. So you can say that, I really love everything about this movie. Towards the end, that's where it kind of falls apart with me. Again, touching on that a little bit without going into detail, no spoilers. I understood what his themes and messages were, and I thought that actually fit for Split and Unbreakable. So the whole trilogy in awe, it makes sense that this would kind of be the outcome of things. But I don't know. For me personally, I'm just kind of like, he probably could have done the same thing without these machinations in the story, But again, it's just personal. No pun intended, but actually kind of pun intended when I said this in my tweet about the movie, is that this will split audiences down in the middle. There's going to be people who love it and people who are like, you know what, I love it up until the ending. So mainly the ending. People are going to love the ending, or just kind of, you know what, it wasn't for me. And I need to watch this movie again, but for right now, I would say I'm in the not minority, but in the group that, the ending wasn't for me. But other than that, like I said, I understood what he was going for. Just didn't really, land with me. But again, that's the director's choice. It's his story. So I don't know if I should really call that a negative. But I guess for me, that's what I didn't like about the movie. But like I said, if you guys are anticipating this movie, go watch it. Screw what everybody else has been saying. Screw the Rotten Tomatoes score. Go check it out, enjoy it, and make your own opinions about the movie. So, other than that, I thought everybody else in the cast was great. The son who played Bruce Willis' son, the actor who played his son in the first one came back. I thought he was fine. Nothing great. But Anya Taylor-Joy is in this one again. She was fantastic. And yeah, this movie is funny, obviously, because of James McAvoy's different characters. It's pretty hilarious in some scenes, and the action was pretty cool. Obviously, we see the Beast and David Dunn go at it in the trailer, so that's no spoilers. So all that's pretty great as well. So again, I really enjoyed it. If I had to give this movie a score, probably be 8.5 out of 10. Really enjoyed it. Really want to see it again. Just that ending didn't really land with me. But all right, guys, if you guys have seen this movie, though, let me know what you guys thought about it in the comment section down below. And if you guys haven't, let me know if you guys are excited and everything like that. And yeah, if you guys want to follow us outside of YouTube, you guys can at The Real Talk, Talk with 2Ks on Twitter and Instagram. You guys can also find us on Stardust, just at The Real Talk. Until next time, we'll see you at the movies. Peace.